This is all wonderful breakdowns. And again, you gave the notion of the psychosomatic, right, idea that, that a lot of the psychological is definitely intertwined with the physical. So I'd highly recommend those who don't know of that a concept to really look it up. Because again, I'm in the process of exploring all of these ideas and doing my research to apply it to myself. Because, I have to be honest with you, Pooja, sometimes, I can be affected by my environment despite my daily practices of being, that better version of myself. So for others that are not practicing that certain level of self-awareness, and but I can be, say, possibly get reactive to a situation from someone who's not have or who hasn't achieved that certain level of self-awareness about how their actions can impact those around them, how my actions, emotions, and thoughts can impact those around me. Sometimes it's difficult for me to show that level of compassion to other people. What would you recommend, again, for someone like myself to say, hey, I'm doing this practice, but I'm still having trouble with showing compassion towards others? Any thoughts or changed behaviors that you think I may possibly do to, again, not only continue to build those daily practices, but also, gain that level of compassion, not only towards myself, to the situation, and also to others?
For awareness, I would recommend that it comes from practice. When you practice meditation on a regular basis, certain meditation, not every meditation, you know, every meditation is different. Like you do silent meditation, it is going to activate some of your energy center or their chakras. Okay. The guided meditation which we do, they open some of your chakras. Again, there are variety of guided meditations also. Okay. Then there is a instrumental meditation which makes you calm. Okay. But for awareness, it takes years of practice to become more aware of your thoughts, become aware of your emotions and your actions. So it takes time, but of course, everybody should start doing certain things, certain practices to increase the awareness, because ultimately the awareness comes when your chakra is functioning properly, or it is open, functioning properly, and sustained. It is, opening is one thing. I could just do one healing and open your chakra today, but sustenance is important. So that will come when you do self practices.
Of course, the hardest situations will call for the best, level of compassion or whatnot.
So, to become loving and compassionate, your heart chakra should be open. Okay. Because compassion and love and mercy and all these higher emotions come from the heart chakra. So, your heart chakra should be open. So, how to open heart chakra? The first step is, which is very simple step. You recall any happy event which brings smile on your face. Okay. It could be anything. It could be, when you look at a small child, newborn child, and you smile. Okay. Then next time is what you like. There are situations, there are events which you really like. You want to recall it every time. You are sitting idle and you're just before going to the sleep, you just keep on thinking about those happy events. It could be your birthday celebration, it could be your wedding day of your wedding, it could be looking at a flower which brings immediate smile on your face. So you have to recall a happy moment and smile and focus on your heart chakra. If you want to become more compassionate towards other people, your crown chakra should be open. So crown chakra will be opened when you do selfless things for other people. It could be for animals, it could be for humans, or it could be for, anything around. For that, again, you recall another happy moment and smile, and crown chakra will be open to a certain degree that time. But when you keep on practicing this technique, smile at your heart and smile at your crown, your slowly heart chakra will start blooming up. And then those who have time, They could practice planetary peace meditation, which opens your heart chakra, this opens your crown chakra, which will make you loving, compassionate. You'll become more open. Your stress level will reduce. You become more compassionate. You show mercy on other people. You can forgive other people easily. You can bless people. And when you're about to end this meditation, you're also rooted in your basic chakra, or the root chakra will also be strengthened. If anybody wants to learn this meditation, I can always teach them virtually. It is a very basic 20 minutes meditation, which we introduce in the level 1 foundation course. So that can be spread out to anybody who's 14 years and above can practice this meditation.
The way I see opening my heart chakras, for one, I almost see it as tending a garden, right? So sometimes we have to, and some people will say like, no, there's no need to, remove the bad weeds of a garden, right? Just let them flourish, let them do their thing, because, we're all interconnected. We're all one. The way I like to think of it sometimes, because, again, my father, he was a professional, he worked at a nursery. So, he taught me a little bit about plants and things like that. So when I think of the heart and the heart chakra, I think of it as, sometimes we have to tend that garden, because if the garden is left untended, you'll just see a bunch of, some people would call it bad roots grow out of that or whatnot. So that's one example of how I can simplify the breakdown. Is like sometimes we have to tend to that garden and then plant new seeds. It can be a seed of love and things of that nature to, let it, like you mentioned, let it flourish. And then, it'll allow for it to become more colorful in a sense, right? And so, again, going back to the simplistic ideas of like, for those that really haven't taken a deeper dive into, energy healing and these concepts, I'd like to also get playful with how I can retain that information, right? So when I think of the chakras and what I'm eating, right, I think of like, okay, well, the yellow is it's the solar plexus chakra. So what I can do is I can eat more banana to, give myself sort of a level of self-empowerment and things of that nature. So that's how I begin to incorporate all of these elements into, one simplistic idea, whether it's diet or whether it's, exercise or things of that nature. If I think of the color yellow, I think of the sun. So that will give me a simple idea of like, oh, maybe I should go outside more and connect with nature, or connect with the sun or things of that nature, to really, really see it as, oh, the sun is one element that's free, that can give me that energetic, I don't want to say power, I want to say more prowess, right? We can definitely, we see it as nowadays, we see these concepts of renewable energy and things of that nature, plugging to a specific type of source. Well, that's a free source that we can all go out and just, simply plug into, right? By a daily walking is meditative and things of that nature. So that's how I kind of see things, just to simplify it for those that really don't know where to begin, or really don't or haven't taken a deeper dive, or aren't, haven't reached that level of expertise. I like to just kind of, break it down in that sense.
Obviously, everything is connected with us. Sunlight is very, very important to us. If you can just go for, once a week, if you can go for sunset, watching a sunset, that will also, open some of your chakras. So, whatever makes you feel happy, you should always do that. It could be small thing, sitting in the house and watching a nice, inspirational movie, or any documentary, or anything which brings smile on your face is very, very important in life. So because that will keep your heart chakra open. When your heart chakra is open, you're always in higher emotions. So there are lower emotions and there are higher emotions. When you're always in higher emotion, you will always be loving and compassionate.